5 little known reasons why men are single, involuntary celibate, meaning they want to be in a relationship, but they can't, or why they can't attract the woman that they want. They can't keep the woman that they want. They might, be with some undesirable women that they don't really want, but the ones that they really want, they can't seem to keep them. So I'm going to break that down, 5 reasons, and stick to the end. Now, it's important to realize that it doesn't matter if you know these reasons. It's about, are you actually working on this, or are you actually doing it? Because a lot of people say, oh, I know that, I know this, I know that, but are you doing it? And that's where most people fail. And not only are you doing it, but what's the scale? Because you have a beginner and you have mastery. So some people, they think they know this, but they don't. If you ever done competition, if you ever competed in any combat sports, you know the difference between a beginner and a master, and it's massive, right? Mastery is in the fundamentals, right? So welcome to Men's Style Hub. Daniel Paulino here. Now, if you want to be a part of my Attract and Keep Your Soulmate community, for the next 500 people, you're going to get free access, but only for the next 500 people. Click the link below. So it's a Facebook community. You're going to be able to access. It's a community of like-minded men where you could network, or send those questions that you're stuck in, work as a community. Link below. So why should you actually trust me with this, right? So I've been doing this for maybe like 10 years as far as like dating and relationships, and I went through all the different cycles that you could think of, anywhere from a MGTOW to the red pillar to just the guy that just gave up on relationships. And I was able to come out of that from a person who couldn't attract the woman that they wanted, and I went from that to being able to meet 3 to 5, no, it was more like 2 to 3 new women every single week, and younger and hotter for many, many weeks before I found the current relationship that I have. So I was in the single phase, was doing that successfully, and now I'm in a relationship. So I could give you from both sides, the single guy and the guy in a relationship. And it's all things that I've actually done. So I'm not speaking theory here. I know all that stuff. I spent hundreds of hours on the internet just studying different things. So when I speak, I know what I'm talking about because I've done it, and it's just how it is. So let's get into the first one in no particular order, right? So the first one that I'm going to talk about is limiting beliefs around relationships. So this could be people that listen too much of the red pill stuff, and they get a negative view around women where they hate women. They think that women are out to get you. They're going to cheat on you. They're going to betray you. And they have all these different things in their mind that causes you to actually hate women. You literally hate women. And the brain is designed to protect you from things that could be danger. So if you think that women are dangerous, they're going to hurt you, they're going to betray you, guess what? You're going to do everything possible to destroy it. And all those things, all the belief system you have around that disempowering belief is going to come across to women, and healthy women are going to notice it, and they're actually going to avoid you like a plague. So if you do get any women, they're going to be the women that are unhealthy. They have different personality disorders. They're bitter. They're broken. Those are the types of women that you're going to be able to get if you do get any, right? And those women, you don't want them near you. So that's the first thing. You have to remove those limiting beliefs around women and know that women, there's many wonderful women out there, and it's not a gender thing. There's bad people in every situation you could think of, but you have to learn how to identify quality women, how to vet them, and how to make sure that this is a quality woman that is going to be there for you, that is not going to betray you, that is not going to cheat on you, and all that kind of stuff. And it actually takes skills to know how to identify these women. So that's the first thing. You need to be able to remove that. And you can start by stop listening to all the red pill and MGTOW stuff. It's going to make you hate women. Trust me. You don't want to be there. So unplug from that and listen to people who are actually in relationships and get to see how they interact, how they have that loving, that trust, that communication, that conflict resolution. You want to be around people like that. That's what you want to do, and get away from the single dating coaches and all that stuff, because you're going to be just like them, right? So don't trust a single dating coach. No, don't trust them. Now, they may have some good information, but ultimately it's not working for them. They're not making it work, right? So you want to find people that are actually in successful relationships, right? And that is very important. You shall know them by their fruits, right? Now, the other thing is, so I'll cover that, the negative view towards women. conflict resolution. You don't know how to solve conflicts. That's the other thing, which is just basic relationship skills that you should have learned from your parents, but unfortunately, the world is more and more broken families, right? So you didn't develop the skills to have a successful relationship, to resolve conflicts in a relationships, to learn how to build a home that you feel safe in, instead of building a home where you're scared, you're worried, you want to run from. See, that is what a healthy relationship feels like. Is a home where you feel comfortable in, where you feel safe, you feel loved. But the opposite is a home where you feel scared, you don't feel comfortable, you want to run from it. See, that is what a healthy relationship is, and it takes skills to do that. Doesn't matter what anybody tells you. If your parents didn't teach you this, you're gonna have to hire somebody or get in a community where people who are gonna teach you these skills that you need, so that you don't stay single, right? You could actually have a relationship. Now, the other thing is the trusting part. See, when people have been hurt in relationships, they somehow believe that all women are like that. And that's the mistake. They think all people are like that. So they guard their heart and they create a distance. Anytime that somebody tries to get close to them, they panic. They get weird. They try to create distance, right? They might crave relationships, but that fear of either betrayal or the fear of being cheated on, or I think it's the same thing, but being cheated on, betrayal, etc., or that fear is going to keep you away from women. And for those people, what you got to realize is that there are trustworthy people out there, and you have to learn how to identify them, right? Those are people who have clear principles, and they stick to their principles regardless of the circumstances, right? And you have to be with people and see how they respond to different circumstances. Are these people that are going to abandon their principles, or are these people who have no principle? There's people who have no principles, which means that they're not trustworthy, right? So you have to learn how to identify good principles, and you want to see people stick to them continuously throughout different circumstances. And that they're right there, if you can actually trust them. So that's what you have to learn. Identify their principles. Do they have principles? Do they stick to them? So yes, it's going to take time, because anybody could say, I keep my word, I am honest, right? Anybody can say that. But if you spend time with them, a few months, you're going to see are they going to stick to it, right? Also, if you have other trustworthy people that endorse this person, right? Maybe you grew up with them in the same community, let's say, and people saw them grow up, and they vouch for them. Oh, this person is honest, this person is compassionate, this person is resilient, all these kind of characteristics. So if other people that you trust vouch for them, you know that you have a person that you can trust. So for those men out there, you have to learn those skills, and you could do that by actually joining my community, free for the next 500 people. Now, the other thing that hurts people is the fashion, your presentation skills, your grooming, right? Now, obviously, you want to think of it in a scale, 1 to 10. Now, you want to ask yourself, and this goes along with your physical appearance, like, are you actually overweight or obese? That is going to hurt you no matter what anybody says. So you want to ask yourself, when you're walking down the street, do women turn around and look at you? Do women check you out? If the answer is no, then you have to increase your fashion and your fitness, right? So just ask yourself, are women approaching you? Are women looking back? Oh my God, did I see this guy's? Are women giving you looks? If not, you have to improve your fashion. That's the simplest test. If women are not approaching you, you're doing something wrong. Because women, when they see women approach, women get next to you. They might not say nothing to you, but they'll stand right next to you. You'll be at a party, they'll sit right next to you. Women do that if you're the right kind of man, right? And that goes into fashion and fitness. Now, obviously, just because they approach you doesn't mean that you're gonna know how to guide the relationship. But if women are not approaching you, they're not sitting next to you, they're not saying, what is that smell? You smell so good. They're not complimenting you. They're not asking you for the time or asking you for direction. It means you're doing something wrong. So you need to improve that. And it's something that I help in my group, link below. So the other thing is not knowing how to lead in a relationship. I want to keep this to less than 10 minutes. So yeah, not knowing how to lead. I'm going to cut it short because we're about the 10-minute mark, but hit the like button, comment below. What do you think about this? And I'll see you in my group.